Good morning and welcome to the live stream. We are talking about the Cancer Rehabilitation Education and Wellness Quarterly Workshop Series, a partnership between Gilda's Club Grand Rapids and Mary Free Bed. We are so excited to join the live feed today. We've got Lindsay Jousma from the Grand Rapids Gilda's Club, the Gilda's Club of Grand Rapids, and we've got Dr. Hanif from Mary Free Bed. Lindsay, why don't you just tell me who you are and what you do at Gilda's Club?
Good morning, Chris, and everybody. It's so great to see everybody, and thanks for this opportunity to share more about Gilda's Club and this exciting partnership with Mary Free Bed. I'm Lindsay Jousma. I currently serve as Director of Operations and Relations here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, and I'm delighted to be here with you today to talk more about this exciting upcoming series.
Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. We're so happy to have you. Dr. Hanif, if you can just introduce yourself and tell me what you do here at Mary Free Bed.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. My name is Dr. Subha Hanif. I am a physical medicine and rehabilitation or PM&R resident. I'm in my last year of residency, and I've been working together with the Gilda's Grand Rapids team and the Mary Free Bed Cancer Rehab team to bring this collaboration into fruition. And I'm just so excited to be here today with you guys to share more.
And I know Gilda's Club is such a great organization. You've been in the community a long time. But for people who don't know, Lindsay, can you tell us what is Gilda's Club and what do you guys do?
Absolutely. Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, we're a free cancer and grief support community. So everything at Gilda's Club is completely free. And that's because of the support of the community that we're able to have a Gilda's Club right here in West Michigan. And at Gilda's Club, we are all about the psychosocial support, the emotional, social aspects of cancer due to any type of cancer, anyone impacted by cancer. So this could be a patient or family members, friends, anyone who's impacted by any type of cancer can come to Gilda's Club and have support and really unpack that emotional experience that is so normal on the cancer journey. And our grief support here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids is for anyone who knows someone who's died from any cause of death. So this could have been a death that was cancer related, or it could have been completely non-cancer related. That's bringing people right here in our community, whether it's through our online programming or physically here at the clubhouse, here at the Grand Rapids Clubhouse, or our Lowell satellite extension as well. We're here for the free emotional, social support for anyone impacted by cancer or grief due to any cause of death.
And what are some of those other services that you guys offer? There are different ways that people might be able to interact with Gilda's Club and members and part of that community.
Yes, we say in this together, that sense of community, not being so alone in the cancer or the grief. So in this together, learn, share, and laugh. So the learning element, that's a lot of what we'll talk about today with this wonderful collaboration with the experts at Mary Free Bed. The sharing piece of Gilda's Club, we have support groups for anyone impacted by cancer or grief, workshops, lectures. We have Ask the Lawyer workshops. We have yoga, nutrition, all kinds of different opportunities for people to learn more on the journey or to share in a support group and have that emotional support from others who understand what it's like to be going through a cancer or a grief journey. And then laugh, because we are named after Gilda Radner, our namesake. And so that was very, very important on Gilda's cancer journey, was to add elements of humor and laughter and coping. And so we do have suppers together. We have social events, all here at Gilda's Club for everybody who's impacted by cancer or grief.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you for that quick walkthrough on all the services that you provide. Dr. Hanif, for the Mary Free Bed side of things, people know for us are about rehabilitation and just all the ways that we work with patients that way, but they might not know our involvement with cancer. Can you walk us through what some of our cancer rehabilitation program is like?
So at Mary Free Bed, we're really proud because we have the first ever in West Michigan, a comprehensive cancer rehabilitation program. What that really means is that we have full inpatient cancer cancer rehab services through our Betty Bloomer Ford Cancer Rehab Program. We also have a robust outpatient program where we do see patients who are either on the cancer journey, are in treatment, are in remission, or just about to go into treatment with chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, hormonal therapy for cancer. And we also have cancer rehab services at home as well. And so when someone gets diagnosed with cancer, there are things that cancer rehabilitation physicians, who are essentially physiatrists, rehab doctors, that can essentially help a patient before they go into treatment. So we can help them in increasing their functionality, which is what we do as rehab doctors. We can increase their strength and endurance through physical therapy, talk about their nutritional needs through our wonderful nutrition experts and dietitians. And when they are in treatment, we can really talk about restorative therapy and supportive therapy, figuring out, whether they need to come to Mary Free Bed and spend some time doing acute inpatient rehab, whether we can help them decrease their deficits that they may have from cancer treatment. Sometimes patients are getting chemotherapy, and chemotherapy can bring in its own adverse effects, such as neuropathy, where you get a lot of numbness and tingling in maybe your feet, maybe your hands. We deal with issues such as pain, difficulty swallowing, the cognitive effects of chemotherapy, and the sometimes with radiation, you can have radiation fibrosis, and that can affect your skin and the tightness around your skin, and that can definitely affect the quality of life that you have. And so our inpatient outpatient program is really comprehensive. We have some of the best therapists in the country working with our patients, trying to really improve their quality of life. So when you think about the Betty Bloomer Ford Mary Free Bed Cancer Rehab Program, it's really this comprehensive one-stop shop for cancer rehab, whether you're an inpatient, whether you're an outpatient, whether you seek home care services through cancer rehab therapists. We are very proud in West Michigan to have that service for our cancer patients and our survivors.
Yeah, well, great. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Hanif. Lindsay, the reason we're here talking today is next week we have our crew workshop, this partnership between the Gilda's Club Grand Rapids and Mary Free Bed. What is all going to be talked about in this workshop that anybody in the public can come and participate in?
Yes, all are welcome. We're so thrilled to have this wonderful partnership with Mary Free Bed, and together with the physiatrists of Mary Free Bed and our social workers here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids. This whole series that we're working together on is designated to support people who are on a cancer journey. We know that there's a lot you can't control when living with cancer. So really maximizing the parts that you can control is very empowering. And that means learning more about your cancer treatment and promoting your aspects of your health physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. We presented, one of our topics was What's Up, Doc? And we were able to talk more with the community about how to best prepare yourself for your upcoming appointments so you can really get the most out of your medical appointments. So this next week, we invite everybody who's interested to come on in and have this time together with us. It's here at Gilda's Club next week, Thursday, November 2nd from 6 to 7 p.m. And what it will be is a great time to unpack some more medical terminology. When cancer happens to us and to our families, there is so much information coming at us and for us to decipher through. And so we have this opportunity for this hour together to really unpack some of this medical terminology, which will really help us learn more about the resources available, and will also hopefully help us when we're feeling overwhelmed and anxious and uncertain about our medical appointments to really sink into what do these terms mean and how can I get the most out of my medical experience.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. I'm excited. We've had great turnout at past of these workshops, and we're excited to have you guys host it this time at your location. Dr. Hanif, you have kind of a unique story of what brought you into this passion for cancer rehabilitation. And some of that story helped kind of bring in this partnership between Mary Free Bed and Gilda's Club. Can you walk us through that and share some of that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this day and age, I feel like all of us have someone we know either personally or maybe know of that has been touched by cancer. Similarly, I lost my dad in medical school from lung cancer. And I know on being the patient and the caregiver on the other side, what it means to really take care of a patient with cancer from a caregiver perspective. And so that really broadened my understanding in medical school and then coming into residency here at Mary Free Bed. And I actually started volunteering and heard about Gilda's Club Grand Rapids and the amazing work that Lindsay and her team do day in and day out. And I started talking to one of my mentors here, my program director for my residency program, Dr. Adam Lamb, about how we could integrate the services, the wonderful things that they were doing for the community at Gilda's Club, and really bring in the Mary Free Bed cancer rehab program and the wonderful things that we do for our patients through this comprehensive cancer rehab program, and really bridge those two together in a collaboration that would provide substantial benefit for the West Michigan community. And that's where the birth of this workshop series came from, the ideas of how can we bring education, but do it through a community-driven, patient-centered approach, but shared by the social workers and the physiatrists at Mary Free Bed. And we're bringing, in topics such as, how does chemo brain affect someone? We're going to talk about things such as, what's the nutrition that you need before your cancer treatment? We hope to talk about, as we get into the holidays, about, how do you break the news of cancer to your kids and to your family members? So we're really trying to approach it from the physical, the cognitive, and the emotional aspects of anyone on the cancer journey, whether you're the cancer patient yourself, or whether you're a caregiver or a family member, or just a person in the community that wants to learn more on how to help patients.
And Lindsay, what are you hoping that the participants take away from this? I mean, it's not just going to be listening; it's actual conversation, correct?
Absolutely. Just as Dr. Hanif said so well, it's really about the holistic approach to supporting our community living with cancer. And so the better we can be at helping to explain the cancer journey, helping to answer questions about the cancer journey, and being of support with people who are impacted by cancer, to really have that emotional support, the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the whole person, just to help, decrease some of the overwhelmed feelings, the anxiety, the uncertainties, and teaming up together to really provide a great foundation for an hour, to really optimize what are some of the questions from people living with cancer in the community, and how can we all help support in this journey.
Dr. Hanif, why is it so important for these partnerships to take place in the community? Why is it important for Mary Free Bed to connect with Gilda's Club and work together to educate the public?
Yeah, I think that my favorite phrase is that knowledge is power and education is power. And I think that that's what we're trying to do here. When you educate a community and you provide that knowledge, you're empowering that community. And that's our goal together with Mary Free Bed, Cancer Rehab Program, and Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, is about providing that education, providing that knowledge, because when you empower that community, you make them more powerful. When you educate that community, you make them. Can you hear me? When you educate that community, you make
Yeah,
them.
I can get here now.
When you educate the community, you make them more powerful. And I think that that's what we're trying to do. That's our goal. And we're trying to make cancer rehab and the journey of cancer, as daunting as it is, maybe a little less daunting and more tangible for people to understand that you're not alone, which is what Gilda's Club Grand Rapids does amazingly, is to show that support, and that, we hope that that collaboration together with Gilda's Club Grand Rapids shows that we're a unit together, and we're like a one-stop shop to basically help anyone on the cancer journey.
Oh, great. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us in this conversation. As we wrap things up, Lindsay, can you walk us through one more time the date, the time, and where this will be held?
Absolutely. All are welcome. We welcome anyone who's impacted by cancer of any type or knows someone living with cancer of any type to come join us. It's called Lost in Translation here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids next week, Thursday, November 2nd, 6 to 7 p.m. And we're hoping to unpack some of the medical terminology around cancer, communicating with the medical team, advocating for ourselves and our loved ones, and asking the right questions, all to best support the cancer experience. And all are welcome. You can come for supper together at 5:30. We welcome you there, and then stay for the programming at 6 o'clock. Again, it's all completely free, and it's here at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lindsay, so much for joining us on the call. This is a conversation about the crew workshop happening next week, November 2nd, a partnership between Gilda's Club Grand Rapids and Mary Free Bed. If you need any more information about the cancer rehabilitation program at Mary Free Bed, you can go to maryfreebed.com/cancer. And then we just thank so much the Gilda's Club for hosting the event happening next week. So thank you for joining us on the live feed. Thank you all, and stay well.